10 seconds. Fulmer bleeding from the nose. That's the end of round 12. Carmen Basilio in the white trunks, in case you just tuned in. Gene Fulmer in the black, both former champions, boxing here tonight in the Cow Palace for the NDA Middleweight Championship of the World. 2 rounds to go. Two rounds to go after this round. This is round 13. Well, Fulmer wound up in his corner. A spatter of applause from the crowd. Fulmer, of course, is the underdog. It was obvious at the start of the fight that the majority of the people here were Basilio rooters. Although both men are equally popular, there are a group of fans down from Utah, from the Mormon area, to root for Gene Fulmer because he always gives a slam-bang, all-out, honest performance. You can also sense, if you just tuned in, from the attitude of a corner, whether it's calm or whether they feel that their plan of attack is working. And this corner looks like a pretty confident corner. At one stage in the fight, after a toe-to-toe exchange, Basilio's knees buckled, and it looked as if he was ready to be knocked out. But when the match resumed, Fulmer went back to his stabbing, moving, boxing attack. The thing to remember that this essentially is a boxing match and points are scored. So it's up to the judges and the viewers to decide who is the better boxer and who is scoring the most points. And Gene Fullmer is a winner on a TKO. The referee mercifully stopped the fight. Although Carmen hadn't been knocked down, he had been taking a beating ever since round 1. Carmen protested. Gene Fullmer, his strategy worked. He stayed outside, he jabbed, he moved, he was an elusive target. Carmen Basilio plowed straight forward, fought on a straight line, was easy to hit. Carmen was unable to get through the defensive tactics of Gene Fullmer, who covered up beautifully in close and who punched his way to the middleweight championship of the world, National Boxing Association middleweight championship. Goes over to commiserate with poor Carmen, a popular but thoroughly beaten boy in the ring tonight. Angelo Dundee trying to console him. Of course, he's heartbroken, but there has to be a winner and a loser.
Gene Fullmer getting tremendous applause for a wonderful fight here in the Cow Palace of San Francisco. Gene, congratulations on winning the NBA version of the middleweight title.
Thank you.
Tell us about the fight.
It was a rough fight, Don. I think Carmen is, well, let's say it this way. I hope I never meet a rougher guy. If I do, it might be the other way, because he was in there all the way. He put the pressure on. We fought the fight the way the manager figured to fight it, so everything went along fine. I'd like to say I give not the success to myself, but for everybody that was backing me, for my manager in the camp. Conditions down here in San Francisco, Don, were the best that I've ever seen anywhere.
Gene,
everyone was wonderful.
A couple of questions about the fight. You planned a running fight from the beginning, apparently.
That's right, Don. We figured Basilio would be putting the pressure on, which he did. There's no use two bulls going in there and locking horns. I figured that I would be faster and could beat him to the punch, and it worked out that way. But take nothing away from Basilio. If I had fought him the way he wanted to fight, things might have been different.
Well, did he hurt you a couple of times, didn't he, Gene?
Yes, he did. He's the toughest guy that I ever fought, bar none. He was in there, and I'd like to fight the guy again, give him another chance.
Well, that would be very nice. You'll never meet a gamer fighter, will you?
No, I never will, or a finer sport either.
Thank you very much, Gene. I'd like to ask your manager, Marv Jensen. Congratulations, Marv.
Thank you,
Although
Don.
Gene did the fighting, you
That's
must
right.
have done a lot of the planning, and
That's right.
you certainly planned a smart fight.
Well, if you plan it, you have to have someone to carry it out, and he can carry it out to perfection. I think that, as Gene said, I feel like that Carmen deserves another chance. I think he's the greatest guy that Gene's ever fought. Thank you, Don.
Thank you very much, Marv, and good luck.
I'd like to say Fred Savage is presenting the championship belt, the NBA championship belt after tonight.
Thank you very much, and good luck, Marv. And now, this is Don Dunphy returning you back to NBC ringside.